This is one of these stories that I think you're going to get a real kick out of. Yesterday, they had an appreciation luncheon at the Miami Beach Marina. It was fantastic. Chef Ramancita just does an amazing job. Everybody at the marina is just, I mean, you can't beat them. But somebody, one of the people here, brought back one of the stories that happened, oh God, let's see, about 9, almost 10 years ago. And you'll get a kick out of this. I had a boat on G-Dock, and it's the boat I still am on today. And it's a big boat. I mean, everybody knows this boat. You've seen it on the hit show Marrying Millions. And I guess they call it a yacht, but whatever. So I used to be docked right by the boardwalk. So everybody could see me and everybody could see what's going on. And I was totally oblivious to everything. Remember, I'm living in Miami Beach and I just moved here. Maybe in 4 or 5 months I've been living here, having the time of my life. And when I say time of my life, it was crazy. Party after party after party. So what happens is every day there's people coming to the boat. Every night the music is blasting, people eating, people drinking, people having a grand old time. It was just wild. It just never stopped. And it was just didn't stop. And people were coming from all over the Miami, coming from all over the country, just to be on Rick's boat to party. And this is long before I was on TV. So, I mean, these are just people that knew me from all over the country that would come to visit and party. So everything's fine, everything's great, everything's dandy and having the time of my life. Well, one day I wake up and it's about, I don't know, probably about 11:30, 12 o'clock. And I answer my cell and this guy, George, who's the harbor master at the Miami Beach Marina. And he's passed away since then, so, and such a nice guy. But he calls up and says, Rick, good morning. I said, hey, George, what's going on? What are you calling me so early for? And he starts to laugh. He said, listen, he said, I got some bad news for you. I said, okay, what's the bad news? He said, you're being thrown out of the marina. And I start to laugh. I said, yeah, sure. He goes, Rick, I'm serious. You're being thrown out. I said, George, will you stop? It's too early in the morning to joke already. He said, I'm not kidding. I said, I'm being thrown out? I said, you got to be kidding me. He said, no. I said, wait, I pay you on time. My boat's clean, semi-clean. I said, who the hell wants me out of here? The boss. I said, who the hell's the boss? He said, well, the boss knows you. You don't know the boss. I said, I don't have a clue who the boss is, nor do I care who the boss is. I said, I pay my rent and I'm having the time of my life here. And everybody else is too. He said, yeah, but here's the problem. And I'm sitting there waiting. And then the problem is you are partying your ass off with all the people there. And you're right in front of the boss's condominium complex. I'm like, oh, really? He goes, yeah. And the boss called me this morning and said, get that motherfucker out of my marina. And I said, are you serious? He goes, I'm very serious. I said, oh, man. I said, I was mumbling now, stumbling and mumbling. And he says, listen. He said, the boss called and said, you got all these naked girls on the boat, partying their asses off, drinking, doing drugs. I said, hey, I mean, that's up to them what they want to do. I can't tell people not to do drugs, not to drink. He said, and they're naked all over. I said, this is Miami Beach. You're supposed to be partying your ass off and naked and being crazy. And his reply was, yes, but not in front of the owner's condominium complex. I said, well, I don't know who the hell the owner is. He said, look, Rick, we all love you here. You know that. Everybody loves you here. So let me see what I can do. I said, okay, fine. So about an hour later, he calls up and says, okay, here's what we're going to do. You're going to move your boat from G-Dock to F-Dock right in front of our office. And therefore, we are going to be able to watch everything you do. I'm on the phone. I said, George, you got to be kidding me. I said, I feel like I'm back into kindergarten. Rick, do you want to stay here? I said, of course I want to stay here. I'm having the time of my life here. Then that's what you're going to do. Move the boat today, right in front of our office. Okay. So I got a friend of mine. We started the engines, drove the thing around to F dock right in front of their office. I mean, directly in front. So when they look out the window, they see me. They see my boat. All right. So I moved there that day, and everything's fine. I washed the boat down, et cetera, for my long trip from G dock to F dock. And the next day, a friend of mine comes to visit. So she and I are up on top of the boat, and we're up there getting some sun, and she's naked. Now you have to understand something. We're not flaunting anything. We're just up there, just frolicking around, et cetera. The next thing you know is George calls. I answer the cell phone. I say, hey, George, what's up? He said, what the fuck is wrong with you? I said, I don't know. What? He goes, I just fucking told you. No naked people on your boat. No naked girls running around. And I looked at the girl who I had been with, and a very stunning girl, and I get on the phone. I said, George, wait. I said, the reason I have this girl is she has short hair and no boobs. I said, so from where you are, it could be a guy. His answer was, you're a fucking idiot, Rick. And I've been here ever since.